And I think for me the key is Oxlade-Chamberlain. If Oxlade-Chamberlain can come in and hit the ground running, I mean he's been training at Arsenal for 3 months apparently. If he can come in and give Celtic a bit of control, because Celtic aren't controlling games, which is very un-Celtic-like. I mean that's Falkirk, and then even Dundee at times at the weekend. Hearts the previous week, that they're not controlling games, and it's creating a kind of a lot of uncertainty for Celtic. And I think they keep playing the way they're playing just now, they're going to come a cropper and they won't win the league. If Mick, these guys can pull it together, they've got a chance.
Mick, sorry, do you see Oxlade-Chamberlain coming in the Hatate role? Do you think that Hatate's vulnerable the way he's been playing?
Very much. I think Hatate is. I mean, again, I thought he started okay on Saturday night, and then faded badly and was losing the ball. And I say Celtic didn't have any control in the game. I mean, if they're going to play with Hatate and Negrin is played quite advanced, and he's not a guy that's going to win second balls and what do you call it, the counter pressing and all that stuff. He's just not it's not in his makeup. But he'll pop up in the box and give it a go threat. Hatate should have more discipline to play that role, but he's not. So he's creating problems for Callum McGregor, and that makes him look bad at times. I think so. I think that's where Oxlade-Chamberlain goes. Otherwise, I'll play him deeper and let Callum McGregor go further up and let him be a bit more controlling the ball. But Celtic aren't dominating games like they used to, and it's creating a bit of chaos. Especially that when Celtic lose possession, they're getting put under real pressure, and it's. I think it's a recipe for disaster. They're getting results, and like you say, Martin was getting results, but the performances are not convincing. I mean, I thought Dundee were terrific on Saturday night. I thought they were really, really good, really brave in the ball. The boy Ethan Hamilton, superb. The goal he scored was unbelievable. But just in general, I thought they were really good. And Celtic need these guys I think they need to create more from the wide areas as well. I mean, Tanecki came off the bench and did what he should be doing all season. Need more of that. I said Mavuka, sorry, he kind of struggled a bit once he got up by that. He looked like a guy short of confidence.
He was quite safe, wasn't he, Mick? He didn't do anything. It was like Balak Wisha in his first game at Ibrox. I don't think he wanted to make a mistake. I think he was too safe. He got the ball. He took a couple of touches. He played it inside. You know, he was very, very safe. But I think you're right. Celtic support. Listen, any supporters at the Old Firm, you're instantly judged. So you're right. If he came, the boy Junior Adama he'll be brilliant. You know, he scored a winner. He's brilliant, and then the boy Mvuki will be rotten. So that's just football. That's just the way it is now, particularly at Celtic Rangers. But I think you'd be looking for him the next time to maybe be a wee bit more positive and go at the fullback more.
I intentionally obviously want to try and see these guys look like first. Now I watched them for a good 5-10 minute spell closely, and 2 or 3 times he could have went outside beyond his man. And I don't know if it's because he's very left-sided the way he plays. I mean, I don't think he trusts his right peg. He took a swing for across his right peg, and you can tell it wasn't his stronger one. It barely got into the penalty spot at one point. So I don't know if he's just so left side. He wants to always go inside, but he had chances to go out and outside a few times and turn it down, like you say, and cut back. And that's sometimes, I don't know, you'll know better than myself, Tam. Is that a confidence thing sometimes that I'll take the safe option rather than gambling and go and beating a man? And I don't know. So maybe he just needs a bit of an arm on his shoulder and get built up. I don't know. But the jury's kind of out. They'll need them to be. Is he going? That's the question. Is he going to be the replacement for Yang or the backup to Yang? And if Celtic are going this season with Yang as their first choice right winger, listen, no offence to Yang, but he was at the door in the summer. He was third and fourth choice back then. So there's big question mark about Celtic creativity from the flanks and through the middle and the controlling game. So while these questions are still there, I don't see them winning the league. I think Rangers recruitment looks stronger. The new guys are finding their feet. I mean, all right, you've got to take into account 10 men against Kelly and against a pretty woeful Queen's Park. But listen, they scored 13 goals. They've got momentum, confidence. The new guys are getting a game. The striker, the boy up top, looks a unit as well. I think if I was sticking my last quid, I'd be putting on Rangers right now.
See, just very briefly, we're going to talk about Rangers and Celtic in the Scottish Cup draw in just a second, but very briefly, just to go back to the Hatate point. One of the comments, Chris says Bernardo and Hatate have checked out. I'd be inclined to agree. I think Hatate, when he's at his best, is a phenomenal player, but it's getting to the point now where he just doesn't want to be there. It seems that's my gathering of it anyway.
I think so, Danny. I watched him closely the other night, and from the first minute, he didn't look as if he was at full pace, full pelt. You know, Dundee got good energy in the middle of the park, and they were ratting about him, and he was losing the ball. and he just looked as if he didn't want to be there. You're right, and I don't know. It's been a huge drop off for Hatate, and I think that he's maybe sulked that he's not got his move in the summer. Maybe there was interest in January and he's still there. He looks as if he wants to be anywhere else bar Celtic at the minute, and Celtic need all hands on deck. You know, they need everyone pulling in the one direction, because it's going to be a really, really tight title race, and you can't afford to carry any passengers. So maybe Oxlade-Chamberlain coming in, a wee bit of pressure on his position might ignite something under him, but he's been a shadow of the player that's been at Celtic over the past few seasons.
Which is a shame, because he is a brilliant player when he's at his best.
Technically, yeah.
But he's probably, I think he's maybe 18 months beyond his kind of sell-by date. I don't mean that in terms of the age, but in terms of when Celtic should have sold him. I think probably should have went. There was talk about Brighton and all that stuff in summer before last. Big money. They could have got 15 million quid back then, and I think that was probably time to wish him all the best. Since then, he's not really been great. I know that if he stayed to life at Brendan Rodgers, because he lost the ball so often, it was like Rodgers doesn't like gifting possession, especially. He likes a slow build-up play and keeping the ball. And Hatate is pulling his hair out with Hatate at times, because he's so kind of undisciplined. The way he plays off the cuff, the Hollywood passes all the time, and listen, when it comes off, it's brilliant. When it doesn't, he looks pretty average, and that's the way it's been all season. For me, Bernardo, I think there has to be questions asked about Bernardo as well. I mean, he got right for decent money. He was good in his loan spell. Not done an awful lot since. He had a couple of injuries, but this is a guy who's the record cap holder for Portugal under 21s. But you look at, if you looked at him on Saturday and said that's Portugal's most capped under 21, you'd be thinking, what sport? The bobsleigh? It's certainly not that team. Because honestly, you're like, I mean, again,
Portugal famous for their bobsleighs, by the way.
Exactly, just one behind the Jamaican bobsleigh team. I mean, genuinely, his form is actually he's gone downhill at a rapid rate of knots.
There you go. That was easy.
I actually embarrassed myself for that one. But what's happened? This is a guy with pedigree. I mean, and he has shown in the past. I mean, he should be able to start. I know in previous times he's come in a team, it takes him 4 or 5 games to get going, but that's not really an excuse. He's 24 years old. He cost a few quid. He should be dominating games, and he's not. So I know Hatate gets battered. I mean, people point the finger at Cal McGregor bizarrely, but guys like Bernardo are there, decent whack of wages, and not contribute enough.
And Bernardo's one of them, Mick, that gets better when he doesn't play.
No, totally.
You know what I mean? Because Celtic supporters go, what? Where's Bernardo? How's he not playing? He should be playing, and then he plays, and then he doesn't do anything. Drops out the team. He'll drop out the team for 5 or 6 games, and then the supporters will be going, why don't we play Bernardo?